Okay, there we go. It's working. Alright, hello YouTube. Also, I don't know how audio is. I know audio kind of gets crazy in this game. Hmm. Oh boy. Oh. I see what you sent me. Okay. So, I will be honest, I debated on this. Um, I was thinking of trying the new hard mode, because I haven't tried it yet. Because our powers are tied to civilians. And of course, enemies are harder, so I figured that might get a good factor. But the problem is I haven't played this game in so long. So I think we're just gonna do normal, but, you know, kind of just roll with the flow and things like that. But maybe one day I'll do stream of us on hard mode.
Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star.
It's a good RPG. I think it is especially good for people who've been wanting
when religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as
Bloodlines.
old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution.
Ooh, I got the vibes already from music.
True punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
It's funny, I think I remember the last time I played this game, we tried it on the Series S, and it was still in 30 FPS. I'm actually seeing the 60 now, because I remember them upgrading it in a patch notes, and I was like, I don't see the difference, and I think I see it now. I think it's only because of the X. Oh yeah, it feels much better. Boom, boom. I would totally play a vampire game like this if it was just black and white with red blood, like, coloring.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Boom, boom. Dun dun. Yummy.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh,
Oof.
no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. No.
I really hope these guys make a sequel. Or at least like something similar.
This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me! No! No! Don't shoot!
There's some really nice details that they did in this game I gotta appreciate
This is
too,
a nightmare!
that you'll see with depending how we develop.
I need to get out of here!
Turn it down just a tinge. Yeah.
This can't be happening. No!
Ow.
Please, stop! I mean you no harm! What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Thank you, sir.
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing! Over there!
I always find it funny. Oh, when vampires are like, "We're immortal, we don't die," and then like there's still ways to die.
Who are you? Stupid beast!
That's it! Gonna like kill
Sorry.
See them fancy clothes?
No,
This
please,
one's a
stop!
See them fancy clothes. I like that he just says, "I was like, yeah, he's totally a vampire."
Who are you?
fucking
Ow. Oh. Ow.
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's
That'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me.
Owie.
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
That's one actually disappointment I have about this game, is that there's no
I need
day
to
and night
find
cycle
somewhere to
system.
hide.
It'd be kind of cool if they somehow did that.
Let me go.
But I mean, this is a very linear game. Well, it's not necessarily linear. It's districts, basically, but
I need to
still.
find shelter.
Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Bum bum. Shillings. Fire and Sun. I won't really be reading most of these. I've read all these when I first played it. But they're really fun to read. Like, if you enjoy trying to read some of the lore and stuff, this game's got amazing lore. Ooh, I'll have to see that too.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary!
Had a
Mary.
little lamb.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Squeeze me. I will take this. Yuck.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
I think the one other thing that I really love about this game's details, and they of course tell you this at the beginning before you start the game, that a lot of the medical research based in this time period is of course like not necessarily proven, but it like kind of a thing that they did, which I like, kind of showing you like how certain like household chemicals could actually like help and stuff. I love how they give the warning of like, don't try this.
12 trees for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as wool.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must take scent of his path.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
I like how there's not necessarily, or I guess there kind of is a reflection right there. Yeah, there kind of is. But it's not like actual reflection, it's like a shadow. That's kind of cool. I think the only difficult thing about this game, in my opinion, is the dialogue system, because oh my god, it is so annoying when you want to maximize something and if you say the wrong thing you'll never get it. It's so annoying. So if you want that perfect run for just for the hell of it,
Johnny,
it
this
sucks.
one's lost. We need to leave. And now! No. There's time. I can save him. That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital! Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
I like how in all these, like, we're just seeing his, like, vampire look.
No, it never got easy.
I think when I first played this game, I got the worst ending because I had such a power fantasy by the end of it. And I have beaten this game without,
That's it.
well, technically I did fuck up. Because there was a bug that allowed you to kill one person, but they fixed it because the devs didn't want that to be a thing. So I had to replay the game again without trying to, you know, actually kill people. It was the hardest time of my life. You had to have a really good build and grind a bit.
Rational thinking only. This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
I actually just noticed that was an error.
Contains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflesh.
I love this system, by the way. As a rundown, the way the game works is you do get XP normally by killing enemies, but it is not the best way to level up, which is why it is a bit grindy if you are really trying your best to do more of the good role of not actually giving in to hunger, because that's the whole point of the game, is you want to resist the urge to get more powerful, because, you know, you're a doctor, you know, you have your own obligations at the same time. So you can kill enemies normally and slowly build up your XP to get all these different things to get yourself more powerful, depending on how you want to play and stuff like that. And it's really neat. But in order to get more powerful and make the game literally a walking, just easy mode, you need to kill people. And that there is the problem. So if you want an easier experience and to get stronger, you're gonna have to kill people. And there is a difference between killing normal bad guys versus civilians. Civilians are the biggest XP gain. And so that's where the dilemma comes in. And I love it because let me tell you, there were moments when I first played, like, I really was stuck. So I first had the idea of only killing people who kind of deserved it. Especially once you kind of like, even if you didn't want to fully maximize the XP gain that they could potentially have, like, you know, you had that idea of like, you know what, I'll take a life, but, you know, something that feels fair in a sense. But then as the power creep started to kick in, I was really enjoying myself. So it's a really fun time. And let me tell you, when you go full vampire mode and just annihilate everyone and see what happens by the end, I love the details of this game. It's amazing. So you don't expect to get everything, and that's the cool thing. And you do get free respecking. You are able to respec no matter what. So I think it's kind of the idea of like, because of what kind of enemies show up later in the game, you can go back, readjust your build to help you do better if you think your current build isn't doing good. But that's the unique thing about this game, is that the difficulty is based on how many people you kill. So if you're really trying your best not to kill as many or to not kill anyone, it is going to be difficult. Like, you will still want to try and grind a bit and kill some enemies, which is possible and stuff, but the whole goal really then is to level up your gear. You want to have as much crafting items made, level up your weapons and stuff, and find the right balance. I believe the meta, if you want to really beat the game without killing people, is heavy weapons. It's slower, which is still a risk, but it does so much damage, including stagger damage. You can get through the game easily, but with some difficulty still, because, like I said, you want to be careful. But speed can also play a very good role if you're smart and stuff. But we're going to kind of just go with the flow here. And of course, you have like shadow, blood, physical. Of course, some things will be more resistant. So there is a balancing act too. You don't want to just fully focus on one type of damage. Think of it like with, I'd say the best example is like with the Souls games before they kind of started not really doing much with the different damage types. Like, you don't notice it as much as in the older titles. But you want to kind of build around having at least one of everything, in a sense. You can still kind of manage it if you're fighting someone that's highly resistant to one of your abilities. But even still, like, you want to have a good kit. And that's still the same thing of, like, if you're in a tough fight, go back to your bed and kind of either adjust the build or respec if you need to, because you should always have a kit involved to help you in certain situations. So it's smart to always have something as a backup option if it's not working out. And that's what I really like about this game. I think I want to do... I like Bloodspear a lot. Yeah, this is one of the best skills in the game. Where she got, increased health and endurance. I feel like this is kind of like meh, honestly. You should still definitely like upgrade these when you can, but I think it really depends. I feel like the most important, in my opinion, is usually Bloodthirst, because then you're just getting more blood whenever you're biting in combat. And raising blood capacity is probably a little smarter. But honestly, when it comes to health and endurance, it's like... Because what's the max? Yeah, you can have all the way up to here. Like... Yeah, so I think the way it goes is you have your base health, and then it adds 50 points. Then it's adding a flat 100, like... It increases. So that plus 500 definitely will make a big difference, of course. But honestly, I'd say, like, getting at least, if I remember right, like, plus 200 and, like, 45-ish% is more than enough, if I remember right. Science, definitely kind of important, if I remember correctly. But yeah, and then, like, depending how strong you get, the cool thing about this is, a unique detail that you won't notice at first. I never noticed it until I realized something on it. So when you level up, nothing happens. But the cool thing is, because of how he's zoomed in here, when you first take your very first victim, you're going to notice a big difference. And it gets even cooler the more lives you take. It's so good. I don't want to say anything else. Like, once you see the detail, it's why I love this game. I don't think it made much in terms of sales, sadly. But, like, I would love to see him make a sequel. Like, new character, maybe, or something like that. I don't know.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
And stuff will respawn in this game. I had to double check because I couldn't remember.
These people want me dead. I need to leave
So yeah,
now.
there's still some form of exploration and collecting stuff.
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come on, you coward! Clever fucking beast.
Got the steak. And then, yeah, so here's like the map. Not very big, but you can kind of tell which is a district and stuff like that, which is really neat. Or no, this is the docks. There is other areas, but you can kind of... Or no, should be the whole map, I believe. Yeah, I think it is. It's been a minute. You have here the health status. This is of the entire district. So you can kind of see which current district has like worse health and stuff like that. And what your kind of goal is and everything. This is your side quests. Oh yeah, here's your inventory menu. So yeah, you can freely switch your stuff here. Ultimate power. Yeah, so you start out with 500 HP, it looks like, and 100 stamina. So it kind of goes from there, how you want to adjust everything. And yeah, upgrading your weapon is definitely very important. The better the color and all that. And having a set between stun and range damage is really nice to you. So I'm just going down memory lane a bit on this stuff.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
It's one of them vermin.
Die, vermin!
I love the stun system. It's always fun kind of just abusing it.
There's a strength I never knew I had.
Oh, this one stinks already. Steady, boys.
Aye.
We've got one of them here.
This shouldn't be possible.
Oh. But yeah, you can kind of see it's like a dance in a way.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Yeah, wait. You sprint again? Yeah.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Yeah, you can say like that's his resistance right there, so you kind of get the idea of like how to manage this.
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
But like, I think the other thing I like about this game is how it utilizes like the combat system from a Souls game, but of course tying the difficulty in terms of like, you know, the vampire system is so nice. Because then it's really up to you how you're making it easy or hard. But hard mode seems way more interesting, but I want to get myself acquainted again first. Because in hard mode, of course, everything's tougher, but now civilians carry your skills. So it's up to you if you really need that skill or not.
If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you.
Right.
For what happened to us.
Yeah, you can use rats for small amount of healing.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
It's always good to look around too. You'll find some good hidden caches and stuff. No, 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 no.
This is despicable.
Gotta get that blood. Where's the other rat? No, ran away, I think. Oh, no, there it is. Ah,
I have this thirst. What will London have to say to me?
that is actually the funny thing, is the rats are really your only biggest source of blood regeneration when you're doing like the
So many questions unanswered.
no-kill run. That and all the enemies you'll fight normally.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it.
I think my only disappointment when this game fully came out
I follow
is how they
scent's
changed
trail.
Reed a bit. He looks
Perhaps it will
cool,
lead me to my
but
assailant.
his older look was super cool. Like, I'd recommend looking up like the old demo.
Fresh
and
blood.
I don't know, something about his old
The
look was so
smell is
cool.
so strong. This is a slaughterhouse. It's locked.
It's locked. You get like a
It's
you
locked,
find a
all
key
right.
here for it, yeah. I'm gonna memorize. I think you can mark your map if I remember right. So if you find something like that, you can mark it. I can't remember that though.
There is no one in sight. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Oh, I forgot the seizure warning, by the way. Oh, they didn't fix that still. Here you can refill all your ammo if you got it. You got your little tool bench here. This sucks sometimes. Because, of course, some of these ingredients get harder to find, and the best way to find them is from some enemies. As I've learned a while back, you want to avoid resting as much as possible because it is your only source of leveling up, of course. So you should only rest when you know you want to guarantee a level up. But at the same time, you're also risking time passing. Now, thankfully, from what I recall, no one can die of the disease system in this game. It's just the disease system makes it harder. Because if you do want to kill someone for XP, and say if they have sepsis, now you have to work your ass off to get the medicine for them and everything like that, because you want to make sure they're cured before you feed on them. So it's best to try and cure them as early as possible if you're kind of willing to do it. I mean, you still get XP for healing them as well, which is good. But it's still kind of the same thing. It screws you over when you have a plan for something, and then when you go to rest and level up, and maybe you had a plan to kill someone the next day, then they get sick, and you're like, oh, god damn it. And you have to do your due diligence. This is also a really sucky system a bit here, is the recycling. Because you have items that have, like, average, good resale values, but at the same time, they might carry ingredients you might need. So you want to really pay attention to what you want to recycle and sell, which is cool. It really is. But at the same time, it does suck because I think money is a little rough in this game, so you want to really choose carefully how you want to take advantage of stuff. But pay attention to the environment as well. A good attention to detail is
That's strange.
in this game is
The
needed
trail
because
is very erratic.
I've
as
actually
if the killer was
missed some
drunk
stuff
or
before, and when I replayed it a long time ago, I did some quests that I never even knew existed because there was some
At
stuff I
last,
missed.
a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
It's always good
Every
to
morning for
girl
the
the
last
dialogue.
few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
At least he's a good guy.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
Same, brother.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
An entire week. Sorry, just checking on my phone battery. Who's this man?
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Alright, you can
I
meet this
need
guy.
to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Of course. Sorry, I was adjusting my mic a bit, so if I sound different, sorry.
Stupid or something. I've never even been to India.
No need to talk to everyone just yet. But, always good to pay attention to this stuff, too. And see, this system, I like it and I fucking hate it. Because some of these hints are heavily missable through dialogue. Like, you'll find some stuff, like, you can get hints based off, like, oh, someone said something, or you saw them do something, or lastly, like, you can find an item. But there are some hints that can be locked based on, like, saying a certain thing, and I hate it so fucking much. Because, like, I swear, you can sit there and think about a choice that sounds the correct thing, and then it's like, oh, you're locked out now because you made this choice. It's like, what the fuck? So, yeah. It takes some getting used to, but honestly, in my opinion, when you first play this game, don't bother with it. Do what you can, but then when you do a replay, you should definitely look up. Like, if you want to do an overpowered playthrough, look up the, a guide. It's better than nothing. Unless you're really good at paying attention of what would work.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word with anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
I love the fact that he's like fucking stun locking you, and he's like, "Oh, you want a word? All right, I can do that." How about shutting the door so no one knows who the fuck I am?
And who might you be?
And then of course, like, this is cool here. When you first meet people, this system is really dope too. Like, because it gets you to hold off, but it's a good thing too because then you can be like, oh, okay, since I have to wait to level this up, it helps you collect more of this, which is cool.
It's of no consequence who I am.
But why you are here is certainly of consequence, don't you think?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge.
I did notice his coat is very low quality. It's weird. I remember playing this on the PS4 and it didn't seem that bad.
Killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What is Brotherhood?
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docs have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
Help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
I love the camera angle changes. Like, this game was such a gem. I just want another one. Like, these devs can cook.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You
Who
should
did
let me
Vampyr?
handle
Was
this
it
affair.
straight up focus?
You've no idea
No, it
what
was
you're up
oh my
against.
god, it was literally from Don't
No.
Nod.
I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
Answers.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting.
And it's funny
Pray we
too,
shall meet
because
again.
Don't Nod had Banishers that just came out. Like, I would love, God, if I could just talk to these devs and be like, hey, do you have plans for another Vampyr game or Vampire game? Because this shit was so good and I need another one. Like, oh my god, because there's just like, there's so much stuff when I first remember playing this game that could have so much more improvement. Like, they really could, like, nail this game and make it, like, go further. Like, I don't even need it to
If
continue the same
Swansea is
guy.
not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
What is this
simple stuff.
place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic
God, I love the
started.
music too when you're talking.
Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer
Oh yeah,
dog.
the sewer dog.
What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
You know, another thing that this game reminds me of is the Order 1886. I am so pissed off we'll never see a sequel to that because it introduced vampires, and I was so pissed off because I liked the game. I thought it was a great game. It was actually pretty fun, but I am so fucking pissed at how it ended. And when you find out the truth that there is a bigger conspiracy going on, it's like, nah, this game apparently didn't sell very well, or and all that. I'm like,
I just
what
want
the
to talk.
fuck?
I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now,
I guess I
want the
could have talked to her
truth.
first. but-
Truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes... his face... He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Hey! Oh god, my sound effects are still busted. Every time I check on them. Yes, thanks for the 49 months. I appreciate it. This game bite. I know, right? Did it? Okay, I was like confused. I'm like, hey, did it work? How you doing, DRS?
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched.
Nah, you're
God, I
good.
hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently,
Oh, yeah,
well,
you can also move the camera.
Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Just discovered a hint. Blood to evolve. Blood quality bar indicates the XP you earn. Hence the XP. Yeah, now that's increased because we learned the truth about him. think we can talk to him later. I don't think it matters too much right now. Oh. Let me see.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle. See?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one
God,
has come in
British
here
voice
in the
acting is
last
so
few
good.
hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every
Local
crime that
bogeyman.
happened for
Oh God.
decades. You murdered
It's gonna
someone,
happen. I'm gonna
blame the
start
sewer
getting the
dog,
words.
eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Damn. Hit him with the truth right there.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't
Some
say I
camera
have.
angles do suck. I'm
Are
gonna
you
be honest.
sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Liar.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me?
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Fucking this guy.
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
How was he
How
tonight?
was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me
Yeah, we streamed a bit of
outside.
it
And then he left when I refused.
last year, but I never got around to finishing it, so I figured to kind of start some of the spooky vibes, we'd play
Like
this.
many drunks, he's all bark and no bite.
Because I
Yeah,
want to
he's
play a
turned up
vampire
most of
game.
the time.
And then we'll get to some of the real spooky stuff. Probably either Alien Isolation or I'll get one of the indie games I have planned, so maybe like Hero Country or Conscription.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see
And it's
him,
just
tell him I
it's
don't
so
want him
good.
back here
Like
unless he
if you're a
cleans
big
up his
fan
act,
of
okay?
the Vampire Bloodline, well, mainly the first game. What was it called again?
Damn it. I think drink
Just to remember. Oh, Masquerade, Vampire Masquerade. Right. If you're a fan of Vampire Masquerade and you like the first Bloodlines, it was Bloodlines, right? The one that's had the sequel in development hell for a while. JJ knows it better than I do.
There's gotta be
Yeah,
something
Bloodlines.
can be done to get
So if
out
you're a
of
big
this.
fan of Bloodlines, you would like this game. This game definitely is inspired by Masquerade. It's funny too because I did the first Vampire Masquerade game I played. I do have Bloodlines in my well, I own it on PC. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's a good thing you can't
My first one I ever played was the new one that came out that was a choice-based story thing. I fucking hated it. It was the biggest waste of money I've ever spent. I don't know if they fixed it at all. Maybe we'll go back and give it a look, but it fucking sucked. It was the worst thing ever, and I can now see why the sequel is in development hell. It seems like they don't know what they're doing with the IP anymore, but this game had me super interested in Masquerades and why I want to play Bloodlines, the first one at least, because this has a really good just RPG system with the dialogue boxes. Your choices do make a big difference, and I like it. They're simple choices, but certain choices are locked out if you're not doing proper investigation work. and of course because of the community health system, like you are seriously like affecting this entire, like each district based on how you've handled people, if they're still healthy or sick, and did you mess with the pillar of their community. Like, I love this game's mechanics because there's so much replayability in terms of being too powerful, too weak, being a full-fledged doctor or not. Like, it's so good. Too many cooks in the kitchen, they battered in. Yeah, I believe it. Like, it feels like they had something going with Masquerade 2 when I saw, or not, Bloodlines 2 when I saw some of the first gameplay. And then, yeah, it just seems like they keep backtracking, and it's like, come on, like, it seems like you had some good things going for it.
I will get to the bottom
And
of this.
it's funny, too, because knowing that it's Don't Nod that made this
done to
game,
me,
I still need to
to
finish
this
playing
city.
Banishers. I do enjoy that game. I would love to just ask these guys if they ever had, like, a plan to make another, like, not even like a sequel to this game, but something similar to it, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, a sequel would be cool. I think this game was very underrated, in my opinion. Because the difficulty
The body is
system
still warm.
based on the civilians
This
are really
man has
neat.
just been drained of blood.
And I mean, the new hard mode's kind of cool. I like its premise. I didn't want to try it just yet because I wanted to first get the
This corpse
idea
has been
again.
dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
But I think I did platinum this game on PlayStation.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
And I was fully in support of this game when
What's
I saw the
this?
first demos and stuff.
Some sort of note.
I think you want to make sure to read notes too, because I think some notes will actually give you hints.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles.
I think this game could have a
Bishop
really good
fellow is
combat
something of a
system
heavy
if they put
drinker.
more time into it. I mean, it's got the basics of like a
There are
Souls-like,
blood
which is
splats
cool.
on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Looks like we got one, two. I'm seeing 2 enemies so far. Yeah.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets.
A lot of bullets. Yeah, guns are super good in this
I
game.
feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Sometimes range, of course, is never the best answer too.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You ever know McCullum to be wrong about anything?
Right. No time I can remember. There's safer places to be than here. All the more reason. Don't go over there!
Shut up. I was like confused for a second, like who's talking near me? And then I looked at him and was like, oh, hi. It's rough making a game mid-console life. Do you keep going on how it is and move to the new tech? I think one problem with that is I think you should still stick with whatever engine you're working on, but definitely move it to the next generation. Cyberpunk made that mistake, right? They should have totally announced saying like, look, what we're trying to make won't work on the current generation hardware. It just can't. We are going to delay this game until we get it perfectly running for the new generation. That's all they had to do, and I guarantee you everyone wouldn't have cared. Because sure, some people would be upset, but it would have saved their asses in the longest run ever. We would not have had that disaster. And I mean, this game, what's cool about this game is they still supported it. Like, I'm actually shocked because I did read like they had an FPS patch for the current consoles, and I never noticed it because when I played it last on the Series S, it still felt like it was playing like I was on the PS4. But now I'm playing it on the X for the first time. I'm now seeing that they did take some care to it. Sure, on the console, it's still not doing great with pop-ins and stuff. It looks like some graphical things. It's just how the engine was. But at least they kind of stuck to it. I think it's a good thing to stick to the engine that is capable of running it. But feel free to delay the game to work on the next generation console if it's needed. Like, there's no point in risking the current tech to be a complete garbage failure if you know the newer tech can handle it. I'm always down when people are very honest and straight up saying, like, look, we can't do it on this current generation. You know what I mean? At least then it might get me to get it on PC then, at least too. But yeah, because like when UE5 came out, UE5 still fucking sucks. I'm gonna say it. Like, playing Lollipop Chainsaw Repop right now, I like it. It's fun playing the game for the first time, but also, like, there's some problems with UE5. Its lighting is not great. Me and some friends and my friend were talking about it yesterday. It's got very poor optimization still. Like, some games have mastered it. I think Wukong runs on UE5, and it's doing pretty good. But there's no reason to switch to the newest engine if it's not fully capable of running stuff yet. Like, I definitely think some people should still work on, like, you know, like maybe an older version of Unity or UE4, for example, because it's still super reliable and you know you can make something out of it. I think, like, what was it? Kingdom Come Deliverance, the developers were talking about how they were disappointed in CD getting rid of their engine and moving to Unreal Engine 5 because they stated Unreal Engine, which is kind of true, cannot handle open world games very much. They really don't, and it's why Kingdom Come Deliverance has stuck with their own engine and improved it with the sequel, because it's designed for the I mean, it's an older version of CryEngine. Actually, no, I think they actually used a newer version of it now, but they're not on the current generation of the CryEngine like Hunt is, which the new Hunt engine's great. The new CryEngine for Hunt is so good, but yeah, like, they're using like an older version of Crytek, but you know, they've improved it in their own way where it works because it's meant for open world and things like that. So I do kind of agree, like, why drop the red engine when you can still improve it? Sure, it didn't work very well on PS4 and Xbox One with Cyberpunk, but with Xbox Series X and PS5, it worked wonders. It plays so much better. And it does suck that they're ditching an engine that they could still improve that actually will work for their games. It's why Larian is another great example of game development. They have stuck with the same engine for years, and look where Baldur's Gate 3 has ended up. It is amazing how it's running on console on the highest resolution that they can get it at. It's because they have worked with the same engine and has molded it into what they can work with. So it does bother me when people switch engines mid-development, and it's like, why? Like, you have no reason to. Exactly, it's too new and no one knows how to use it yet. It's why I do hate it when I hear games coming out on UE5, because it's like, are they really ready yet? But I don't know. There's still some good ones. Like I said, I think Wukong's running on the current generation of Unreal, and it's really good. Is the game too loud, by the way? Feels like it kind of is, but I just want to make sure. Ow. Got to give it time. Yeah, that's true. That is the other problem, though, with the industry. Is not a lot of people get a lot of time. They just expect results, and it's like, that ain't gonna happen. It's a little loud? Okay, I got you. We'll put it back at, I'll actually put it at 17. I'll take the sound penalty on my end. And then if it's too quiet, we'll boost it up by 1. Okay, we got 3 guys down there. Got 1 up here. Want to add 1? Okay. Okay. Yeah, because That's about back where we're at. Are you gonna turn around, dude? I'm expecting him to turn around, but... Oh.
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
I love how simple the stealth is in this game. Alright, he's melee resistant. Pop! 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 Drop anything? Nope. Okay. The cool thing is, too, with this game, you don't have to fight everyone. It's totally up to you. Hi. Ow. Oh, missed.
Filthy piece of shit!
Save my ammo. Bump. Good dodge, good dodge. Get out of here. We'll keep it at this one, though. It should be fine. But if we need to lower it, we can later. If you want a true blood-sucking game, play Dark. Is that the name of it? Just Dark? I will take a look at it. Oh, speaking of, like... I don't know why that reminded me. A game that just came to console. I played a bit of it. It's very finicky to play on console, I'm going to be honest here. Because it's a port. But they got it to work pretty well. Come on, library. Blade of Darkness. It's ironic because they say like this was the pioneered the Soulsborne genre, which is I mean, you know, Kingsfield, that's a lot older if you think about it. But this game's actually kind of fun. Very finicky to get into a little bit. Take some time, but Blade of Darkness, this is actually kind of a fun game. I need to play more of it, but it's definitely kind of hardcore. Alright, I will look at the trailer probably when we're on, when we take a break, because I'll probably take a break anyway to get me some water. Rats! I hate how long it takes until you can eat your next rat. Trepan has you hooked? Hell yeah. I still need to finish Trepan Square. I mean, I'll just call it Trepan. I mean, it really is just the first game. But I do like that game. But I do need to get back on it. I just haven't been in the mood for a shooter like that for a minute. The game I have been super addicted to is Darkest Dungeons 2. I was playing the first game, but the second game is so much more addicting. I love it. I still haven't beaten Act 2. I almost did, but I had an oopsie happen, so I just said screw it. I just won't get a trophy and just come back to fight the boss again. Because I think I now figured out how to balance my regions. Because it seems like I went to region 4 and it was a... The fuck are you? Okay. I went to region 4 out of 4 and I was like, oh yeah, this is a really long region. I should have killed the boss in the last region. I think refilling ammo is, it only refills the ammo you currently have. I feel like Dark is one of the obscure games. I'll have to check it out. Oh, that's another horror game I was thinking of playing. Obscure. Funny enough.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
So here's your example of now having different weapons and stuff. Oh yeah, and here's how you customize your weapons. So this is where the uniqueness of each weapon comes in, because there's never really a bad weapon. Well, kinda. Like, this one's only limited to being green. However, this one, you can go up to level 5. And you can build your weapon based on either more damage, more blood points, depending on how you're trying to play and stuff. And of course, this being a two-handed weapon, you'll be limited on your backup weapon. And it will be slower and cost more stamina, but the powerhouse of it is tremendously good. Personally, I like playing with one-handed and off-handed weapons and firearms. It makes such a big difference. But two-handed, like I said, I did do the meta build for the no-kill run. It's definitely good. But yeah. I think you can change your weapons mid-combat. I can't remember. We'll see in this fight.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
We've done it before.
No.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
This game kind of gives me some Greedfall vibes too. I am nervous about the sequel. So far, I've actually found out that there's some stuff going down with the devs and the and Focus Interactive, so I'm a little like nervous how it's gonna be. Let's see. Okay, ranged weapons won't do. So I'll try and save that as my last option. I'll do it for stun though. Yeah. Yeah, you can see how, honestly, being in 60 FPS, this combat's so much more smoother. I love it. It's more reactive. Get out of here. Easy mode. So one-handed weapon or two-handed? One-handed. Oops. Wrong button. I'll do it for some blunt damage and stuff. Yeah. Ooh, the attack pattern's kind of cool on it. The victim come away. I'm looting this place. Okay, that's it. Wait, did he drop anything? No. He just gave me the weapon. And it is cool. There are some enemies who drop some unique gear, too.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a
Kinda.
doctor.
So,
You're suffering.
Okay, good. I can pause. So, really, to explain it, there's not really a good or a bad choice. I mean, there can be some choices that are considered good, but there is like some lesser evil choices. I will just give a non-spoiler description at best of a certain one. Let's just say there's this one man that knows what you are and wants to be immortal. Now, you actually are given two choices by default. Because you're a vampire, you always have the option to kill. But your second option will be to do what the man wants. However, if you do your work correctly, if you actually have paid attention to dialogue, you've asked all the questions you needed, you investigated any related rooms, because not saying it's complicated, it's during a mission, right? It's for a quest. So during that quest, as long as you're looking in every significant area related to that quest, you'll start to find information. And as you learn this information, you'll then have a hidden dialogue option that can be unlocked because of your investigation, and it can drastically now change what can happen. Some of them are good, some of them are not good. They're, let me see, if I remember right, there is another choice I think I made where it was considered a good option. Like, it helped the playthrough. But when you came back later, the person wasn't okay. But yet your choices did save the district. And the fun fact is that the district didn't suffer, but the pillar of the community technically did suffer. It's hard to explain. So there's not necessarily a right or wrong answer, but there are definitely two default options, but there's always going to be a hidden option based on your investigative decisions. However, there is kind of a good ending in quotes, but it is heavily affected on how much you've killed people. So, of course, there's the playthrough of not killing a single civilian in the game, which is really difficult, but you get a really good outcome out of it. There is the semi-kill people option. So it's kind of like you broke the oath that you swore you wouldn't do, but you didn't do it very much, so you kind of have some forgiveness out of it. And then there's the one I first got when I played, because I became a fucking maniac and I was power hungry by the end of it. So yeah, I still got the very bad ending on that one. But overall, like, that's really how you can but that also is because of how heavily you affect the game, because your choices and killing people are both major choices. So if your goal is to keep a district healthy, but then say, like, you've been making the district healthy the whole time, right? You've been doing a good job of that. You haven't killed anyone, you kept everyone healthy, but by the end of the quest in that district, if you made that one specific choice that had to do with that district person, and say you killed them, all your hard work goes out the drain, most likely. Most likely. Not saying it might, because you'd be surprised what you can see in this game. But there's so many choices. It's really just up to you what seems right or wrong or lesser evil kind of deal. It's so fun. So much fun. Like I said, if you go in blind your first time and everything like that, you just have such a unique experience. What kind of side activities are in here? Nothing much really. The only side activities you'll really be doing is like collecting crafting ingredients so you can craft medicine to heal people. Because you're a doctor, you'll get XP for healing people, but of course, healing people gives you more XP when you want to kill them, especially when you do all of their hints and everything. You can go to all the different districts that are available to you to try and kill stronger enemies to get gear, because some gear can be locked behind certain enemies sometimes, but I think it's pretty linear about it. You go and find people to chat with and learn how to get more information, because there's not necessarily side quests. Your side activities is literally all the side stuff. It's talking to all the people, get as much information, paying attention, because sometimes when you're in your vision mode, it will activate side activities to catch people in. It's really just you exploring and doing as much as you can, because you will have to maybe pause at some moments to just maybe go and explore and collect and scrounge up stuff, because stuff will respawn. I think it respawns per night, but of course the same problem applies of, like, you don't want to go to bed early. You want to try your best to do as much as you can in one night, because then if you progress time, more people can either get sick or get worse, and then you got to now find rarer crafting ingredients. But the exploring's not so bad, really. But like I said, when you first play this game, try not to focus too hard on mastering people's hints and all that, because you're most likely never going to max out someone. And it's not going to be, a bad thing. It's just you'll lose out on that little extra bit of XP that could help you boost even further. But overall, like, there's just a nice balance to it. It's pretty much a straightforward story, no matter what. But, explore and all that. Enjoy the sights of the city, and you'll start to kind of see some other cool stuff in it.
From shock, I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you?
The baddie over
What do you
here.
mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
I love her. She's really cool, actually. I think she has a great story. That's the other thing that I love about this game. Everyone has a great, like, set of characteristics.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
That's why it's much more important to try
Patience,
your
good
best
fellows,
to
I've come
100%
to offer
hints.
help.
Because then I think for your
Just
moral
give me a
decision, if
moment
you want to
secure
kill him,
my
is there.
boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
I think the other cool thing is once you learn about the main protagonists, the story gets so much more interesting, because I think...
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire?
Yeah, because, like,
I
as
must
you...
find a place to analyze the blood.
Yeah, it's like right there, like, you'll start to learn about what he is and stuff. I think this is what I like about this game. A doctor/vampire. It's such a unique blend, and why I think the moral dilemmas kick in.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
See, and that's why I love the idea of this game. Because, you know, doctors aren't supposed to believe in a holy kind of deal like that.
Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
God, I love the music in this game. It's just so good.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke.
Oh my god, I forgot to give you a
Very lucky
gray
to have
coat.
gained
I'm
a
so mad
surgeon of
about
his
that.
talent.
He used to have a black
And one so
coat in the
experienced
demo,
in
and I
blood
don't know why they
transfusions.
changed it.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, sadly there's no outfits in this game. There's only 2. And one of them is a
Here
DLC,
at Pembroke,
sadly.
it's not what
But
we
it's
have,
worth the money.
but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Bum, bum.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Bum, bum.
Bastard, give me a good phone. Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
So yeah, of course you got the blood quality here. You got the memorize. I love those whispers. Just come with me.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, you can either embrace, release him, but of course we get a massive XP boost, but there are consequences. But we can also get more XP if we let him live. So we'll let him live for now.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
And there is an achievement when you do it your first time too, so that's why this game has multiple playthroughs, which is kind of cool. I do wish there was a New Game Plus, though. It'd be kind of nice, but it just means you can experiment, which is really nice too. Like, this is definitely a game where I don't mind having a New Game Plus, or not having one.
To sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
And here we are. Oh, when the music kicks in. We'll introduce ourselves to everyone later.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I hate you already.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office
I like her
has been
accent. Good question.
I would like to ask a few questions first.
Where's my room?
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
All right. How is Mr. Hampton?
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in. How does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
All right.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Hospital is full. Yeah, so we're dealing with a disease right now known as the influenza. Don't remember. Oh. See, like that. And you'll find these events, I think they'll repeat too.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Mortimer. Mortimer intended to take his own life. Bum, bum, bum.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Yeah, you're gonna meet a lot of unique characters here. Nurses are needed. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and head to the room. We'll chat with everyone in the morning. Ooh. Definitely want to use the saw. It uses a little more stamina, but same as this one. Got better attack speed, same damage. Only difference here is this has some stun capabilities. I want to use this one for bleed. Yep, see, like right there, we have Elwood's medical file, so that's a good thing to look at. Feels responsible for his disfiguration during the war. So yeah, it's always good to pay attention sometimes to what you find for notes.
It's locked. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
There we go. And this is actually my favorite outfit in the game, so this is probably what I'll be wearing the most. It's why I never really see his hair that much. I'm like, this one's my favorite. And it's why I'm so disappointed they didn't add more outfits. It's just so cool. Plus, it's actually more black, and I think it fits the tone of the game. Now this is the DLC weapon, and actually, funny enough, this is not the best in the game. It technically is, like, a good starting weapon, but, there's actually two in the game. So, the DLC gives you the normal Dragonbane, right? But you can get what's known as the true Dragonbane through a quest, and it actually does more than this DLC version, which is good. But thankfully you don't need to buy the DLC for this, but I would recommend the DLC for the outfit, really. You also get a pistol, too. They should have that as well. Because I actually am good. Yeah, there it is. The Barker. This thing is so good. Stew. Yeah, this does bleed capabilities, so I might use it. But I'll keep this on for the strike damage and stuff.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Yeah, I gotta remember where to find water. Boom. Serum. Let's go. No reason to really tear it apart yet.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Ooh. We can get something. I think I'm just gonna focus on healing. Yes, perfect. No! Oh, I gotta be level 6. Son of a... Okay. Ooh, this is a tough one then. Definitely use Claw. I think that'll be useful. And then... Life regeneration. And that's kind of like a half level, basically.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Just looking at my gear.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have.
Oof.
Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
All right. Let's see. How do I upgrade my weapons? Just upgrade it here, right? Yeah. Lead plate. On plate. Yeah. Weapon. Oh. Wait. Oh, I'll look back in the thing. I should do that. Powder the shard. I want to collect more blood. Okay. Actually, what do I need to upgrade the pistol? I need 2 more common triggers. Yeah. You know what? Switch to the shotgun shells, because I know I'll probably use it. Up to 6, 12. I might upgrade my bullet capacity a little bit, sure. Alright, we'll go ahead and head to the morgue first before I talk to everyone. That's a cool thing though too. It's really up to you when you want to start talking to everyone. How do I... Okay, that's how zoomed out again. Got it. Whitechapel is the biggest. I forgot about that. This is the back way, right?
I cannot enter.
Okay.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
What a parry. I love this sword. Just fits the vibe too. I get a good head start on attacking him. Oh, he knows I'm here. Nice. Okay, let's focus on damage first. Oh my god. How did I get parried? I didn't see that. Okay. And so now if I want to get some stun in. Bonk. Bonk. Okay, maybe I'll switch. I don't want to waste my shotgun ammo, so I'll switch back to Stig. Aw. Elton and Pippa. And this is the hospital right here, right? Yeah. That doesn't lead back in there. Anything back here? No. Okay. You can open some shortcuts too. Doesn't look like there's any place to be here. Oh. Oh, just lighting. Okay, I was about to say, like, that reflection made me think it was an item. Influenza. Contagion. Got blood everywhere. Does this help you find items? Kinda does. Trying to see anything glowing. Do you like the detail they give?
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Make sure I'm not missing anyone. No. I think this pierces through block.
Behavior is
yeah,
similar
block.
to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
He's got only 2 stones. There's a vampire hunter here. Thank you for the bullets. Guess ammo isn't technically that scarce, because when you fight vampire hunters, they have a better chance of dropping them. But I do like how you can craft them so if you wanted to. Jesus Christ.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after all.
Just trying to save my blood attacks a little bit, but I guess I should use it. Should be fine. Oh, right, recharges. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm gonna use the knife. More blood.
It's locked, all right.
Find out the cause of death.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Alright, let's take a look at you, pal.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman.
That was a little too bright. But yeah. Yeah, there's the first symbol. Okay, 5 will work. Visibility.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened. A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then, he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Yeah, see, it's probably a good idea you
It's
still, like,
locked.
talk to people first. But I was a little quick on the draw. But I won't mention that stuff just yet, so I can actually build up a bit of a portfolio still. Yeah. Just seeing how the deck's gonna go. John Doe. Oh, right. He has this like shadow attack shit.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
This only does 3 blood absorption. And then level 2 will go to 8, 10, 12, 15. Which is these two? Let's see. 25. 25. Okay. Kind of getting the idea. Like, that I might kind of focus on blood.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Ooh, yeah, see, blood. Having serums is definitely a good option. Okay. Make me one of those. Trigger part. I'm gonna upgrade knife. Also weed. Okay. Oh, hold on. What do those have? Okay. God, I love the atmosphere of this game. Hello there. Alright. Simple. He didn't drop anything. Sad. I guess to honestly save on some ammo. Actually, this is a good idea for me to see if oh, I just walked right in there. Should not have done that. Can I switch mid-fight? I can. Okay. Oh yeah, that actually, hold on, that actually makes a big difference. So you know what, I'm going back to the gun. That blood difference is actually really nice. Ah. Oh yeah, this is the front door. Couldn't tell if there's more enemies in there. It sounded like there were. I'm getting a little hungry. I might go grab me. I got a sandwich I got from last night. Yeah. Dorothy.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
You always knew the world.
Oh. Am I giving you the fatigue medicine? Or... Oh, he's fatigued. Where is he at? Dr. Edgar Swansea. Where is he? I know he's not in the ah, here he is.
So many people dying at...
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Hey, we're trying, asshole.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Bitch, I will shank you with my sword.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Let's go talk to Edgar and then we'll take a break. I love the jogging.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with
Hey,
you, I
Bert.
would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I wouldn't say a gift from heaven. You bring comfort, though, I won't lie.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside.
It's like, what, because I'm a
tending the sick.
vampire now you want me to kill?
Regardless,
Like, whoa, whoa, whoa,
look
hold
for
on.
someone
I didn't say it like that.
impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Boom, 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 boom. Stealing your notes. Ackroyd.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
Oh, no, not yet. I'll talk to everyone in a bit.
We'll see each other again soon.
All right. Let's take a break right now. Oh, I need to stretch anyway. Oh, God. All right. Now we're going to focus on trying to get to know everyone. Which, there he is. Start with you.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
This guy. By mistake during the war. Oh.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Where are they? Crafting.
Good evening, sir.
We'll do the
I'm
more
Dr.
deeper
Reed.
ones in the next run.
May I help you?
I
I'm
don't
just
know
gonna
if
get
a third
introduced
opinion
and
is
then
needed. Your
get our main
colleagues
quest.
are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Goodbye, Mrs.
I'll check on him later. No Dorothy.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Man, the sound effects of this hospital.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
He's just jealous how renowned I am.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
Was that supposed to be her biting him? The fuck? We gotta talk to her and we get a loading screen? Is my game about to crash?
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
My game's about to crash. Oh no.
The daily routine.
Good evening, miss.
Oh, there we go.
I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
It's quite funny when you show her the real deal later.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Fear and disgust on every corner.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Fever.
All that's left is everyone out here, except for her. She's later. Wait a second. Oh, he had fatigue as well. Okay, well, I'll make sure to craft some fatigue medicine.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
You know, sometimes I have this weird, like, urge to go back and play AC Syndicate.
Good evening, sir.
But it's so hard to play
So
at
it is
30
true.
FPS.
The famous
I'm
Dr.
like
Reed has
shocked they
joined
didn't
us.
boost that one.
I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each
His
other?
Unity is great in 6.
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett. Yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Tippett. Okay, and then we just have... Where'd he go? You... Where is he? There you are.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
I'll give him the wall later.
Milton.
Yeah, he'll have like some good guns. I think you can get his gun and gun parts, of course, which is good. So we'll go ahead and talk to her. This guy is supposed to be a hospital. I gave you medicine. Fuck off.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Look, see, that's why, everyone. It's the red hair.
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Glad to see you.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Okay.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
Oh, the change
These
music.
past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
All right.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Okay.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Fair.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Okay.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen.
Yeah, wait.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Dr. Swansea is quite busy, and I need you to help me get acclimated. I have many questions.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable...
I've always thought she was blind, but no.
Was it a case
I
of
see her color.
blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
Jesus.
You seem to know more about
Cranky
the
old lady.
goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones.
Which we
You've
technically
given me
do have
something to
proof
go
of
on.
that.
See you on the next round. The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Before I do that, I just want to see how open... I should be able to just start going out. I was just thinking of, like, killing some things real quick. Oh, shit. Oh, right. Man, I didn't realize I could, like, skip it.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Oh, it really does skip it. Hopefully that's not a bad thing. I wouldn't think so. I think you're just asking about, like, blackmailing and stuff. And they all have their own answers.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Let's see. Forgot what unlocks this gate. Or if you could just, like, go all the way to Whitechapel. I want to head towards the docks, just so that way I'm not, like, potentially skipping anything. I may still, like, do some stuff off-stream with this game. And if I progress any of the dialogue, it won't matter too much. I can easily, like... They have, like, little, like, quick recaps of like, people you talk with, so I can easily just show them off and stuff. Be a good idea for me to unlock this, actually.
It's locked.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay, never mind. I'll come back later. Yeah, I'll come back later. Yikes. Yep, that's your... There you go. That's how you know this game is difficult. Thankfully, as long as they're like orange... I think it goes like green, yellow, orange, red. Orange is kind of manageable versus red, really. I think this will be a good place to stop. I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep streaming. We'll probably switch to something else. Cause what time is it? It's about to be 8 o'clock. Yeah, I'll be on for like a couple more hours, but I think that's a good amount of time on this game for now. And we'll definitely play more on the next stream, of course, because I'm gonna have this be our main focus and stuff. So we'll make this another break because I gotta use the restroom anyway. So I'll be back, everybody.